So the good news, so the good news is that I got another day to declare my client innocent. Bad news is this means I could not meet the demands of the guy who is holding my hostage. Jeff D. Killer is certainly a very crafty individual. Let's see what awaits us. I am gonna be calling him Jeff because I think it's funny. But in real life, don't call people names that they don't want to be called. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Wah. Look, he'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Matt on guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Yeah, but you had to do it in one day. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya's in much more pain than I am. Yeah, such... Right, so... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal. Oh, hey, Gumshoe, are you fired? Mr. Scruffy Detective! Oh boy, looks like the Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. He lost his business. But we're kind of busy right now. Are you applying for a job? So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that, What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. Oh, boy. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. Guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Yay! It'll be like Columbo. Say what? Come on, do it. You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's get Mr. Scruffy Detective. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Hamburger. Eat your hamburgers, Phoenix. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. Alright, you were possessed by Mia during the whole trial. Yeah, Edgeworth. Just coming out here with the disrespect. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth? Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there was something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would you want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. I wouldn't go that far. Francisca Von Karma. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Yeah, don't want another incident where, like, some dumbass attorney pulls out a metal detector. Like, what? No! Oh, which one? What? Are you gonna visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her... Pearl? No, you're 8! I'm definitely not going. There we go. Phoenix's dad instincts are activated. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hardy Clinic. Oh no. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Yes, it can. It literally can because of the whip. Okay, let's go. Never thought I'd come back to this place. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I can't really do good Gollum. I'll try my best. Tricksy little hobbitses. Tricksy little hobbitses. Ah, hi. Wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director, Francisca. How is Francisca von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. Oh, Lord have mercy. You have my gratitude. He's not the actual director, you dope. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful. Absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes. Her opponent was a gun after all. Guns don't kill people. But they sure do help. And when I snuck up on her real secret life, she would scream really loud. Yes. I see. Ah, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I can get used to it. Oh, hey, Francisca. Go back to your room. You're so mean. So mean, my frisky Friska. But that's good. Ah! Okay. Yes, it's time for my EV drops. Gollum Breedenhalls. Now. And what are those tulips doing in your arms, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Knew it shouldn't have come here. Wait, do you have flowers? I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intention to run in the trail this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. If I'd taken over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. Ooh. I think I know what deal he's referring to. I don't. Miss Von Karma. You made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? Oh, that deal. I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Miss Reinhardt, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you are lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find On Guard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. No, it doesn't. No, that's dumb. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth about what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was. Ow! I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me. I feel like I've forgotten how to do French accent. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, the smugness, that was a lot like you, and the insulting me, that was also like you, but, you at the end, that was very unlikely. I knew you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... Ugh. But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. It's a garden of justice. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, that card. Give it to me. Hurry! Oh, boy. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. Probably shouldn't be telling this in the fucking reception lobby. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly D. Killer. Real name Jeff. And just as his name states, he is a shell. A seashell. What? An assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Oh, really? No information about Shelly? So who is this Shelly D. Killer? D. Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins, and the first one to take that name was Jeff D. Killer. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the D. Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? I think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves an assurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. D. Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly D. Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? That Mr. Edgeworth is gonna... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Phoenix, I love you, but, like, goddamn, you've got to learn to read the room. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. You don't even have a single lead to go on. You have the radio, you doofus! There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. The demands were an acquittal in one day. You couldn't do that, you fuck. Right. Listen. You need to listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelly D. Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on Guard. Your own client. That's why Shelly wanted me to get an acquittal. It was part of the contract. He would kill it, Matt on Guard would have his hands clean. But Matt on Guard didn't. I actually don't know the exact laws behind contract killing. Like, I know it's obviously illegal. Killing is illegal. But, like, who gets in more trouble? The assassin or the person who hired them? Because, like, the person who hires the assassin, they're technically not doing anything wrong. They're just using their money in a free market. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly D. Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. She's still in the hotel. She's in the fucking wine cellar. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now if you'll excuse me. Thank you, Edgeworth.
Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. On Guard hired an assassin?
No way. No way! I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya. Please. All I ask is you make it home. Safe and sound. Ah, we're back in the unknown secondary location. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. We're playing as Maya. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Okay, guess I was wrong. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Teddy bear? That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." How does Maya have access to all the information? I guess Mia? Celeste impacts. So she was the love of Shelly's life. But Celeste killed herself. But we don't know why. Because Juan Corrida destroyed the suicide note. I bet this could be a clue. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? No, wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button? Not the time to watch TV. Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a Happy Samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Ah! I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. Me AF, whenever I, like, mention death. Have an existential crisis immediately after. Oh, hey, it's a computer! I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. There goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this? It's a place where you can watch all the movies and the TV and the... Ugh, locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the car to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only it was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Lay off the hamburgers. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. It's the guy! It's Jeff! It seems that you are Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. Yes? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Why does he mean... Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Ah! Dead! I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an ass. No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! Something just happened.
Mr. Nick?
Huh? Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Detention. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Ah.
Gah. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you.
A message?
It's from Matt on guard. Ah, here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Is he actually a wolf in sheep's clothing? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. Mr. White. I have this cat named Shoe. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? If it's a little ways down from the hotel, why are you in a hotel?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Gotta feed a cat. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. What? Do I have to...
All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to for Mr. Mai's sake.
Oh, shit. It's not... Fuck! Miss Oldbag.
Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spicy-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Mr. Board just as he promised. But what I really wanted was something much more valuable. I wanted to his heart.
Ugh, getting you to shut up. Well worth the bill for the gum, I am assuming.
Ah, Miss Oldbag, keep your hands off me. This home is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Heh, don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. I just want to find his... This must be his house. He lives in a mansion. Sure is dark.
I'll go turn on a light.
Wow. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Yeah, it really is. Just...
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoe, the kitty cat. Shoe!
So I guess this is Shoe.
Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoe.
The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. Oh, it's the guy! It's the killer! It's Jeff the Killer! May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. On Guard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Fake name. Nice to meet you. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies you. Then what the fuck am I doing here? And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Really? I should have presented it. How long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. You know, I would have thought, man, guard to have a maid over a butler. I ain't even going near that. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master of his affairs. Typically butler-like, as it were. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. We should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. He is the killer! Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm sad now. You made me very, very unhappy. I dedicated my life to this trade, and I've never been so insulted in my life.
Smoking!
That's an Adventure Zone reference. A giant bicycle is flying through the air. That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. Well, sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. This seems like a very serious hazard. Is that a real bicycle? Or is it like an inflatable? Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth there. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fame Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Gah! What is with me? I'm feeling inferior today. There are masks here. Yeah. That one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Neck. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Neck. I bet it's for Mr. On Guard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shoe? The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Like, dude. Like, we know something that Phoenix doesn't know. Dramatic irony, I think. Well, I'm gonna... Ha! You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Light year isn't a measurement of time, it's a measurement of distance. It's the amount, it's how far light will travel within a year. Looks like the only way I'm going to get an investigation done is to first do something about this kooky alien. The speed of light is 1 light year per year.
Ha! You're a million light years too early to be...
Okay. Oh, right. Maybe if I show this letter. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of...
This is bordering on harassment.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation?
Ah, shit, I didn't read that. Something's wrong.
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
I hate her. I hate this woman. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, too bad he's gay. That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow. Every time we talk about love, we always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
No! What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Ungar's room today.
What?
The police maintenance investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Eubank.
Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Oh, nothing there.
Hey, city boy!
You're still here.
Wrecking course! An investigative photographer eats her styles on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. Like something's always about to happen.
But,
do you have a camera? Wreck given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Yes, I have your camera. Oh, shit.
My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow?
Oh, he's my boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend. Ex-ex-boyfriend.
The guy told me he was evidence and refused to give it to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and give me back my camera.
You want me to do what?
Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do your own dirty work? So, about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that did I wrote?
Yeah. Can I believe what you've written?
You mean the stuff about On God shoving his manager lady onto Karita?
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, writing whatever came to mind.
Whatever came to mind?
Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders.
Bulldooders.
Watch your language around the kids here. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here?
I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
What? You really gonna shell out the books for the info I got?
Lottie, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, Followed a few stars around. I got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too.
Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
Yeah, that's not, I know she's not Southern, because in the South, they call soda Coke. They call it Coke.
Some people call it soda, some people call it pop. People in the South call it Coke. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time tonight. The security leader also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night.
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Now, you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay.
Don't be picky about your food now.
Okay.
And make sure you do all your homework, you hear?
Okay.
And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Will you please just leave already? Don't do drugs, kids. Ooh.
Mr. Nick!
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? Whoa.
I hate evil ghosts.
Aren't you a spirit medium? I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon. That's worse! Ah! God damn it! Why can't I get rid of you?
Hey, who? What are you calling a demon, brat?
No, 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 no. Wait.
Who are you calling an alien?
Wait. Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What is wrong with the youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my boy Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Get the fuck out of here! Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I didn't play the draft. I was full tricked, deceived by that fraud photographer and a no. Well, you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to be standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Carita.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind the polls against Mr. On Guard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
White bears. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
The presents. They're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Why bears? All Mr. Carita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears.
Is that a euphemism?
Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Wait, the bear is talking? The bear talks? The bear talks? Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crock. What a load of horse shit. What a crock of shit.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. Phoenix Wright thinking about bears.
Ah!
I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket?
Here's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh no. A transceiver! Gah. Anyway. Hello? Hello?
This is not a phone.
Maya, how is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you?
You son of a... It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good.
No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get an not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please!
I suppose if I must, I need that acquittal more than anything else after all.
Please let Maya say something. I need to hear she's alright.
Okay.
What is with this stack all of a sudden? Hello? Hello?
It seems that connect.
Damn it. Did the transceiver just suddenly break?
Excuse me.
What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Electronics expert. Who do I know is an electronics expert? Cody? Where's Cody? Sooner the better. There's that thing. Why was the... On Guard has that radio on his bracelet, so maybe he can help. Criminal affairs. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victim's list around. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here. Mr. Nick? Is Mr. On Guard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. Sounds like they're working on a different case. What is this guy doing? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Very well. Now, why do you want to work for a company? Oh, shit. Image training for corporate. What did he say? Well, I would like to have... I would have to be because I want to help this... corporate. You're a police department. Why are you concerned with corporate? Aren't you funded by the government? Damn it. It's not there, so...
Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
That's nice, thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat.
Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Why do you have canned food but no can openers? Unless Gumshoe bought that with the last of his, money. He bought those canned foods with his severance pay, and you, denied that from him. You monster.
Oh, I know. There was one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Well, I already asked him. Hey, radio broken.
The transceiver.
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? She's starting to sound like Minnie Mouse. I don't want that. I want to get a cease and desist from the god of voice acting. Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden.
It broke, pal.
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this.
I don't hear any static, pal.
Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Or maybe it was because you were in the hotel room. Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
I knew it. It was because of the hotel. Electromagnetic interference? So what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
And it's never happened with my computer and my phone, probably because they're so, advanced. computer?
Because it uses Wi-Fi, which I guess is different from regular radio waves. But I don't see how. It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV, and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yeah. The TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
Oh, we were in Mr. Carita's room. The scene of the murder.
What? That's it. That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Ah, wait, gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. Where are we supposed to go? Criminal affairs? No, that wasn't it. Hotel? Yep. Hey, you finally here, pal. So sorry to keep you waiting.
But do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
Cancel culture strikes again. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item.
Hey, calm down, pal. Didn't say it didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Me, of course. Let's see if this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down at it, pal. Sure looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But... Well, you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But is it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I bought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal?
I'm getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
It's one of the clocks. Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look, you see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press Enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's gonna give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep a lookout. Give me a yell if you find the book, got it, pal?
Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver part first before we get ahead of ourselves here. Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty.
I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So, is there a listening device in there? Nope. And I really thought it had to be in the phone, too. You ever, like, disassemble a pen and, like, feel like you did something cool? The radio's playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? Yeah, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Gravity.
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls?
It's because of the,
I think it's the bear, so... Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It could be because maybe it has glow-in-the-dark hands. It's painted with radium.
Google Radium Girls to learn more.
It, sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. The Thinker. Oh, well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it. Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. It's not the coffee machine? What's this? It sort of looks like a hot water pot, but... Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out. Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of? I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry. Well, you can get cold-pressed organic juice. The computer. There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh? What's a notebook computer? Do you know what a notebook is? Yes, it's a small book with paper you can write on. So, well, the thing is, like a notebook in a way, it's basically a small laptop. Mr. Nick, what's a laptop? It's the TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like the listening device is in here. So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on other things, like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap! Zoom not Zoom by Tim Allen, Click. Adam Sandler's Click. Adam Sandler. Hey! But if I could, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay? Okay. What? The calculator? It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance. Whole 50 cents? Maybe if he was a spirit medium. Or a defense attorney. Nope. Rice cooker. Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here. Looks like it's been on to keep warm all this time since this murder. Well, Mr. Scruff Detective always says, got to keep the trail and crime scene. Wait, did they... That's so obviously a rice cooker. Is it a loaf of bread because this is the American version and they're in America? Japan, America? Like, what? You're not making bread in a rice cooker? Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Watch this. It's a small video camera. No listening devices in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick? That's what it seems like. But I want to grow bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. After we meet, too. Oh! The light? Lamp check. Listening device? Nope. There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah. And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know it's wasteful? Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. This thing? A cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. A cell phone? What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry. I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Korean Village. And Pearls has never lived outside that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Ah, what a lovely bear. This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick? Yes? How many horsepower is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, that is adorable. It's not the lamp. Bug ain't gonna be in the TV. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places. Looks like the TV was left unannounced, showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones. Is the text going fast on purpose? Really good at English. Yeah.
Oh, right. Like, am I going crazy here? Why is the text moving so fast? I'm not pressing anything. Well, it's not there. Let's check here some more time. It's not in this giant bear. Not the camera. Not the suitcase. This little clock. Nope. I've checked everything. This sweeper isn't exactly the best. Oh, nope. They still have to find it. Did I check this lamp? Whew, let me just... Nope. It's not in this glass of juice. Not in this plant. Air conditioner, nope. Mike. Radio? Oh no, I already did that. Hair dryer. Oh, if you next, Ah, that's adorable. Rice cooker, no. Refrigerator? This is a refrigerator, right? I really don't think those listening devices in something like this. Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right? Yeah, sure. What's that have to do with listening devices? I've checked everything. What? Come on, gotta be something. Gotta be. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found a device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eyes out and see what we got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. It's already dead. It's been taxidermized by me, Chuck Testa. It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What a emitter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? This tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera, mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. What other cameras are oh, right. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal.
The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent to that recorder.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right.
So, what is a transmitter?
It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yup, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go on for 1 hour.
8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended.
There's no date yet, so it's been recording every night, I'd guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I wonder what it could be. I think it's like... Who put the camera there? I mean, don't think it could be anyone other than Shelly, right? It was Jeff the Killer. It was spying on Juan Corrida, looking for the right... Or, like, looking to see who would, find the body? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Okay, so... So there was a camera in this bear's eye? And it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Corrida this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
So, like, you mean the camera itself doesn't keep any, like, doesn't store anything? Oh. Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear.
I got it!
Well, what?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go around to the electronic shops, see if I can find out who bought this.
But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Spy camera transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
Don't tell me that's his catchphrase. He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. Yeah, he is. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
Right.
Ah! Oh, hi, Edgeworth. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward. One step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. Sorry, I was checking my microphone. So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, Wright. Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl? What? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? So that means the camera and the transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really? Well, then it probably wouldn't have been the Shelly the killer who bought that bear, because you would know better than to leave a paper trail. Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. Matt? I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Do you, like, grab the whole bear? See you soon, right? Wait! You forgot your bear! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. Besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carita? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Carita's real killer. Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Ungard. And this card. Shelly D. Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. Don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as he said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Okay, do I continue the investigation after this, or is it the trial? Oh, the investigation continues. Okay. The bear's still there. What? What, did he take a ghost of a bear? It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. They take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. Let's see. Oh! Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Carita held about Mr. Ungard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. I wonder if I can... Nope, still can't go to Matt's room. Hey, White.
What is it, Whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you was ever good. Like just now, I was in this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. Give me that!
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgy Poo.
Oh, so, Edgeworth.
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you!
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Listen, man.
This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Oh, so that means it was either Matt? It was Matt. Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, you know, that gossip's that been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean the thing about Miss Andrews? What? Seriously, what is it with the skipping?
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, fluffy-haired photographer girl, the nerve of some people. spying on people by herself. That's why one of my...
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. If you hold it down, it automatically... If you hold the mouse down, it automatically progresses.
I don't know exactly what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But it didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Would you say they were refreshing like a spring breeze?
Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Karita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself. That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after the marriage announcement? What in the...
Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was on the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that?
Love is a lie.
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
And so she killed herself, and then Juan, got rid of the, suicide note so no one would know that Celeste killed herself because of him. I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
I'm going. Fuck you. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Oh! It looks like no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face.
Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Come on, let's play.
That's adorable. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Look at that. There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
That's Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. But investigate! You could investigate! Why aren't you investigating? Is this door still locked? Ugh. There's nothing. The cameras, Let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Ah, what the fuck, dude? I barely tapped it. I barely tapped it! You're Mr. Ungar's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the on-guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
between the kidnapper's demand and now this. I can't see any way to win here. Well, you gotta find a way to indict D. Killer at tomorrow's trial. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Neck. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. You don't underestimate me. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do you want to hear? Seriously, it's like... There's something wrong with my mouse. This is a brand new mouse. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Carita was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. Well, it's right. Mr. Engard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh! Wow. I knew this was coming. Mr. Neck, don't tell me. Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Do you know about Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carita. Her mentor was Mr. Carita's manager. And they were like plotting something, and the tabloids interpreted that as an affair. A sexual affair. The manager was Mr. Carita's mentor, and her mentor was Mr. Carita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You over a pizza? My treat. Then the guard's like, where did all these pizzas come from? You said I got one phone call. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? It's gonna be one later, okay? Ugh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Sure thing, dude. Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? I wonder if I can talk to a different guy, like... I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. You can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Carita had on Mr. Engard. I'd like to ask you about Mr. Engard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why did you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. If he was the killer, you wouldn't have to frame him. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Yeah, police are useless. Miss Andrews? Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Okay, let's see how... just one lock. I can do that. A psych lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But... I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say... revenge. I have to go to the Criminal Affairs Department? How do I miss this shit? I could have sworn I went to the Criminal Affairs Department. What the fuck? Oh, hey, well. What happened? Why are you here?
Oh, you see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers.
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Tell me about the testimony.
I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important. What was it?
Ah, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Mine and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? What about Larry? Did we just forget about Larry?
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women and men. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game,
to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who wouldn't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Gossip.
Ah, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true. I don't know why I bothered to stop recording and restart recording if I was just gonna edit it anyway. Could've just, like, paused it, do an awkward pause, then cut out that pause during editing. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why did you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Okay, Celeste's suicide.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Yep, called it. Sure, like, I'm killing myself because of Juan Carita, like that one episode of Rick and Morty. Did you know that the Rick and Morty theme song was originally sung by Elvis?
Well, 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 it's Rick and Morty time.
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with an truly insidious man.
Man, do you think you're in shape? Well, I'm a hexahedron. All the dudes in Jamaica, they all say, man. Did she mean Mr. Carita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for them to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
Ah! Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds kinda ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something's really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end,
Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow, I doubt that. Okay. Wright and Color Law Offices.
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear?
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Edgeworth told you. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured? Shh, Pearls. Just let him have this. And, go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in the room?
Mad on guard.
Knew it.
Huh?
Mad on guard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Okay. Tell me about the stuffed bear. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
The receipts are... Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold that bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself.
My sight is failing me if this can't be. Spy camera. I need that spy camera. So what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence.
Thank you, Gumshoe.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was Matt on guard. Listen, all you have to do is get him acquitted for murder. Hey, maybe you can take a plea bargain. Plead guilty to the crime of spying. Is something wrong with my cushion? Did it turn it inside out? But was Matt on guard? Nah, it's just supposed to look like that. Why would Mr. Mongard do something like this?
Shit. I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita at one of their rendezvous.
I bet is not good enough for me. It's gonna be hell to edit. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you gonna see him, Mr. Ungard, I mean?
Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Neck. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Ungar, what in the world have you done? Let's go. Let's go.
You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Let me save first. I'm not gonna fuck this up. Jesus Christ. Seeing that never gets any easier. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Carita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap.
Don't lie to me.
Huh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Carita, especially on that night. Because, here. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Carita's room the night of the murder.
Secretly film? What?
And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter.
Wow, but dude, where was this camera you talk about hidden?
It was hidden in the bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan.
Huh. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans, huh, dude?
Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan.
You sure, dude? Who else could it be from?
The person who gave the bear to Miss Carita was... It was you! Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere?
I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude.
But he says he knows you. How could your get such a great friend?
What else did the bear tell you?
Is this really necessary? Is this, like, what is the point of this bit? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. The bear can't speak! He's dead! He's been taxidermized by me, Chuck Testa.
If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg.
Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet.
Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first?
Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Because you bought it. You bought the bear. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear.
Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This is $3,800. This would be the toothbrush I bought that one time.
A $3,800 toothbrush?
It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles.
Spending that much money on a toothbrush, it better, like, have the power to cure gingivitis and scurvy. Should be used... Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? That can't be... Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase, After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hit this camera in Mr. Korea's room and filmed it in secret is... Oh! Because of the rumors. Adrian Andrews, there is a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Psycho Mantis? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. I think I'm slipping with my voice. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of you for doing such a thing. The real reason you set up the camera in Mr. Kurita's room was... The real reason I keep this Lamborghini in here is it's a reminder that dreams are still possible. This? What is this card? Yeah, I'm good. Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly D. Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly D. Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting all jumpy all of a sudden? And how do you even know that he is quote-unquote a shady scumbag? This is it, I'm finally starting to get the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. Killer. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly D. Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Kurita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. Huh? I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On guard, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. The real Matt on guard. Oh my god! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Is that chocolate milk? This is honestly a pretty cool plot twist. I didn't actually see this coming. It was all a facade. A fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelly D. Killer's client? You really didn't think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying! What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Okay, leave her out of this. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. Like taxes. But why? Why did you hide the video camera? A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Aegean. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why? Yes. That's where the video comes in. It's got his face, and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Is that... But that... So then why is Shelly... Is that why Shelly is holding Maya hostage and trying to... and getting me to get this guy declared innocent? Fucking... That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up and I can't. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? This guy's been taking lessons from Von Karma, it seems. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita? The guard, right there, in the back, he's just like... And the security camera... Is anyone else listening in on this conversation? Because he was about to sling so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, then Mr. Engard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. Oh, you know what? That's probably, Pruno, prison wine. He made that in the toilet. And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Agent fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me. Matt on guard. Ah, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? Damn it. When we first met, I asked you if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that D-Killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita? He placed the hit. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. But too bad you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya! You wouldn't want to test D-Killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. God, it's so fucking Matt on guard was blackmailing D-Killer. Matt on guard was blackmailing Jeff, so Jeff started to blackmail Phoenix. That means my only option is for Phoenix to blackmail on guard. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel! So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire... I'm not an Esquire! I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase.
One said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? He is Von Karma! Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
You see, it was I placed the fingerprints on the chemical factory.
Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. The start in line of this case. Edgeworth? I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. No, wait, we need to talk to Adrian. March 22nd. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? Do you plan on changing your strategy?
No! We can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Okay, later, hater. I don't have anything to say to Matt. Aw, shit. I still don't have any connection between Celeste and... Although... maybe if... I'm really sorry, but man... Aw, shit. Why frame him? There's something secret. Let's... fuck me. I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt on guard. That man is really... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Everyone has a right to a trial. Even baby Moses. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Yep. Proper defense. What exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal from shouting and trickery? Well, there are many ways to get an acquittal, even if your murderer is clear, even if your client is, even if the evidence is stacked against them. You could still prove that there is some reasonable doubt. And say, but in this justice system, all that will get you is, another day. All that will do is suspend the trial. So, I honestly don't know. Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I've believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. My client pleads insanity. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Shut up. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do! Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. You want to save someone. That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Francisco von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights her for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Oh, fuck.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I want to play a game. I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. For Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer?
Right.
Please don't misunderstand things. She is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
What the heck is aftercare? Oh, it's a thing in BDSM where after you're done whipping your partner, you rub the wounds and you take care of them, make sure they're not hurt.
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients or my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is part of an assassin's duty.
An assassin's duty?
We were unlucky this time. My client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do anything in your power through the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before, however.
You did, but...
My name is D. Killer. Shelly D. Killer.
You're Shelly D. Killer?
Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a D. Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap.
No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Was that a cat? I don't know what to say.
Edgeworth!
Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly D. Keller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for on-guard mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Again, don't really get why the prosecution controls the police. Is that how it works in Japan? Don't lose hope yet, bros. The fight has only just begun. Then again, assuming that this is like there's like the district attorney. I know they have relations with the police, like they've got Commissioner Gordon and Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent, can we trust him?
He seems to be the best chance we got. Phoenix Wright Batman AU. Obviously, Edgeworth, he becomes Two-Face. But who would be Batman? I would have to, instead of Batman, it's the Steel Samurai. And, fucking... Goddamn... The fucking Mo, he's the Joker, obviously. Living room. Maya! Please answer us, missing Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That Butler, all this time, he was the killer? He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Door! Hey, that bear moved! There's a small door at the bigger door. I bet it's where the cats use. Oh, you mean shoe? That bear was moved. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear! But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed there. I can... I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Slam! Crush somebody! Through the window, through the wall, through the door. There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR! Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it'll be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No! God, he's thorough, but there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. Looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. There's a little door for Shu in this big door. I'm sure Ma used this door to shove this out here. Out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. Can't read all the labels. Is that really necessary? Wine cellar! Oh my god! He searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. Looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. I'm not a pillar, I am a lawyer. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. You've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. She's not here anymore? Damn it, she got moved to a secondary location. This looks like a picture of Miss Index. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax, you mean? Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Rengart's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya! It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message! What? Fuck. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you got that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever! I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. So really, all Phoenix had to do in this entire story was nothing. Because if Phoenix did nothing, if he didn't refuse to take On Guard's case, Maya still would have, somehow found a way to escape, as we see here. On Guard was found guilty. Boom, yeah, everybody's happy. No! Mystic Maya! Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Her! Miss Andrews' Cyclock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, and I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you are thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. I mean, all you'd have to do was just say that, yes, my client did do the killing, but he had an accomplice. And that accomplice was Shelley D. Killer, and he was the guy who killed him. So, put Shelley in prison for life. But Matt on guard. Give him a reduced sentence. My client is insane. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I've come to remove your Cyclock. What the fuck is a Cyclock? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. All this because you went to the police, the criminal affairs department. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Matt on Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I have everything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives but being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. It's Celeste and Pess. Celeste. There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Guard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Sheesh. Why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Carita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Blackmail! But because of Mr. On Guard? What do you mean? What do you mean? Charmander! I'm gonna nickname you Fardo. Well, I guess that's my name now. Forever. Fardo. Celeste. She was manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. fresh like a spring breeze. A scandal would have destroyed that. A little dab will do ya! Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match, they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste, for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. Oh, I thought it was blackmail. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Ooh! Where's screen capping that? Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement, then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Right in the masculinity. Poor Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. Right in the toxic masculinity. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? He could have blown the whole whistle. It's simple. Juan realized that it was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, that's what he was gonna read in the that's what was gonna be done in the confession. With his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Revenge! Best served cold! Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so good I could find out about all that. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two are always spying on one another after all. And as for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. but... I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by these two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still gonna help that man? Jesus, now you're okay, I know he's evil, but you don't have to misgender him. I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time, and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. Okay, trial? Trial? Is the trial next? Yeah, okay, the trial. I'll do that later. Maybe a later day. I don't know. No one knows what the future will hold.